All right, authentic answers. FA Cup quarterfinals. Manchester United 4, Liverpool 3. First things first. Klopp, there will be no quadruple. It's not happening. Your last game in the FA Cup as a manager will be remembered as a loss to Manchester United. Yeah, man, what a game. Edge of the seat type of game. Always a little bit extra special when it's against a rival. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack. But let's start with the beginning, man. Man United, I feel this is the way that they need to play all the time, man. Started off very well. Was just playing their type of football. Scott McTominay, unsung hero. I'd say he's the modern day Darren Fletcher. Might not play all the time, but when he does play, he will always give you a shift. I think he's actually Man United's second top goal scorer. And yeah, man, obviously there's still bits that he needs to improve on, but in terms of goal scoring, you can't fault him. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a bit of lack in concentration. I feel like United sometimes lose focus just before halftime, letting them get the equaliser and also scoring to make them go 2-1 up ahead at halftime. But just kept on coming back. I was looking at the bench and I was saying to myself, like, rah, there's a lot of money sitting on that bench. You got Maguire, 85 million, Anthony, 80 plus million. You got Mason Mount, 60 plus million. One of them needs to be able to come on and do something. And Anthony did come on. And yeah, he got us back into the game. Granted, he's not the player that I feel like United need, but a goal's a goal. And yeah, salute to him for that. Again, Man United, loss of concentration, letting Elliott score, but then, I've gone so past things. Rashford at the end, 90th minute, should have really scored. He should have scored, but we'll let him off because he did score to make it 3-3. And then you're thinking, bro, it's gonna be penalties. And then bam, counter-attack again. Ahmed, I'm glad he got that goal because he deserved that, man. He's been riding the bench for a bit now, and I'm not saying he's going to start next games or anything like that, but it's good for him to kind of get that. And you know what? A big shout out to the young guns again. Maybe not so much Hoyland, but you see Garnacho and Mainu absolutely destroyed their midfield. He done one little bit. I think might have been the first half where he was just skipping past bare players. And I'm like, yo, this is what I want to see. Just the composure, the confidence. Like, this wasn't a game where it was like, oh, United were lucky. Like, United were fully the better team. And it was disappointing to know that it was even going to go to penalties or United was going to lose it. Because I was like, this is one of the games where it felt like the Chelsea game that he had with Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, where you're thinking, raw, Chelsea, like, you should have won this game, but you didn't take your chances. It felt like one of those games, but listen, yeah, man. 1, we beat a rival. 2, it was at home, so we sent the home fans happy. And 3, bruv, we're going Wembley. Do you know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Coventry, but on paper, Man United should win that. So that could be another one to the final. Hopefully, City lose to Chelsea, because I'm not trying to have City win no double treble. It can't happen. Like, so Real Madrid, make sure you beat City. And I'm going to say Arsenal. I hope you win the Prem. I don't want Liverpool in the Prem. So yeah, that's what needs to happen. But in terms of the game, 4-3, Scott McTominay, Rashford, Anthony and Ahmed, brilliant. Like, I see a lot of people talking, oh, but Liverpool had this player off. I don't care. Like, we had players off as well. At one stage, we had Bruno as our centre-back. And you know what? I've always said, I feel Bruno should sometimes come deep because that's the way he can dictate play. But Bruno, Dalot, big up Dalot as well. He played brilliant. There's so many things. Wan-Bissaka, I was like, what's he doing at left back? This is either going to be brilliant by Ten Hag or it's going to flop. But if you want to man mark one of the best wingers, you put Wan-Bissaka on him. Wan-Bissaka was brilliant. Brilliant. I'm not saying he had him in his back pocket, but for somebody that's just come back from injury, he done very well. So big up yourself, Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof, that's probably one of the best games I've seen him play. Maguire came on, made himself present. Varane, you know the thing. My only issue with Varane, yeah, when I look at other top teams, you look at Saliba, you look at Van Dijk, you look at Diaz. They're like the main defenders for their team, or even like Thiago for Tottenham or whatever. Tottenham for Chelsea. I don't feel like Varane has that presence. There's certain times where I'm like, bruv, like you're meant to show everyone why you're this World Cup winner, Champions League, blah blah blah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do a bit more. I'm sure he's the same age as Van Dijk, and if he is, he's not far from him. So he still should be able to do what he's doing. But he put in a shift. Like I said, Maino, brilliant. Bruno, sometimes I felt he was a bit soft. There was a certain times where it's like tackles are coming in. It's like, bruv, like you can't just go down like that. You're not always going to get the foul. And I think that even happened with one of the goals where he thought he was going to get the foul and he didn't. So that's one thing I want him to improve on. Scott McTominay, again, not saying he's a starter, but in terms of putting in a shift, can't go wrong. Garnacho, put in a shift, done a lot of work, a lot of running. Rashford maybe needs to improve on his finishing, because if we didn't win that game, he would have looked back and said, "Right, I should have scored that goal." Højlund, coming back from injury, again, didn't really do much, but minutes under his belt. And yeah, man, now it's just get back to the top four race, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Aston Villa drew, Tottenham lost, and now the race is on, innit? Man United got 7 games now to try and secure 5th, 4th, and see where we can go, man. But that was how United used to be. It was the way the game was won as well. Like, that's last minute, the last kick of the game. Big up Ahmed got sent off, but you know what? Emotions got the best of him, and I'm sure Ten Hag won't mind. And you know what, Ten Hag? Hopefully this can be the turning of the season that you need. Like, just build from this, man. Don't crumble. But in terms of FA Cup, it's all smiles, man. What was your thoughts? I know for the neutrals, everybody was quite happy about this game, man. It was very entertaining. And yeah, man. Man United 4, Liverpool 3. Authentic answers. Peace.